When the hell is Canada going to wake up to the fact that woke Canadians are literally destroying this country by importing hundreds of thousands of people from Muslim majority countries? Wherever countries become Muslim majority or even get a decent percentage of believers in the theocratic religion, violence follows, strife follows, human rights are stripped away. There are 56 Muslim majority countries. Point out to me the one that has great human rights track record. Point out to me the one that is a thriving democracy. You can't, because it's simply a fact, a statement of fact to say that violence follows these people, these believers. It is not racist to say Muslims are not a race, it's a religion, and it's not everybody, but an incredibly high percentage of people believe in there are 142 incredibly violent passages in the Quran. Wherever these people go, it gets more violent. Your civil liberties get stripped away. And I've been saying this since the very beginning. They are just using this Palestinian issue as a Trojan horse. Watch this video. So a ceasefire has been reached. Look at what it looks like in Ottawa last night.
Intifada! 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 Intifada!
They're using this as a goddamn Trojan horse. It's clear as day. The amount of infighting between these Muslim majority countries is unbelievable. The idea that they are all pro-Palestinian, it's because they hate Israel and they hate Jews. So they're using this Palestine issue to deceive the West, and the woke ideologues are the perfect marks. Goes back to the 1960s, this ridiculous red-green alliance between the jihadis and the woke Marxists. The woke Marxists cheerlead letting hundreds of thousands of these people into Canada, and our country has already radically transformed in the past 5 years. If we continue with these immigration rates for the next 5 years, this country that we've known and loved is going to be permanently gone. I would bet my life that these protests will not stop. You watched last night in Montreal, still massive pro-Palestinian rallies. You know why it is? These rallies aren't actually about Palestine. The amount of Muslim infighting you see is absolutely unbelievable all around the world. There's no peace in Muslim countries. Every Muslim country is a theocratic dictatorship where women have absolutely no rights. Gay people have absolutely no rights. There is no freedom of religion. These are totalitarian states that the left wing in Canada is cheerleading, allowing, knowing, and letting into the country because they are useful idiots. No, they have not been protesting in favor of Palestinians. They are protesting against the West. They are using this cause to infiltrate the West, and useful idiots like Mark Carney, the total creep of a prime minister. Look into his family history. Total creep of a prime minister. WF Davos puppet is allowing hundreds of thousands of people into the country from Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, these Muslim theocracies. And once the population hits a critical mass of people who see the world this way, Canada is going to transform radically, and it's never going to come back. We are already a large percentage of the way there, but if we do not start deporting these terrorist supporters, first of all, you have to start getting rid of the terror supporters that we've seen on our streets for the past 2.5 years. The conflict is now done. If you're still on our streets, get them the fuck out of this country. It's never been more blatantly clear. These are anti-Western protests. These are not about Palestine. No, they are about Muslims invading and taking over the West. It's what they do whenever they reach any country. They've essentially already colonized. The idea that Muslims are some small oppressed upstart is such an ahistoric joke. They have colonized the entirety of Africa. Muslims, Boko Haram, a radical Muslim group, theocratic Muslims, many of the same ones, the same worldviews you've seen Hamas, who those in the West have been cheerleading like a goddamn bunch of useful idiots for the past years, have slaughtered hundreds of thousands of Christians in Nigeria over the past 10 years. But you don't hear about that actual genocide in our woke news media at all, because it doesn't fit into the liberals' worldview, where if you have a darker shade of skin, you're an oppressed person. It's total insanity. But Muslims have colonized the entirety of Africa, essentially the entirety of the Middle East. And if Canada had anything to do with it, Israel would be wiped off the map, and they would finish oppressing the entirety of the Middle East. It is the second largest religion in the world. Some of the wealthiest people in the world are Arabs and Muslims. 5 most wealthy countries. This is not some oppressed upstart. This is a dominant theocracy that does not believe in women's rights. All you feminists who are cheerleading these Palestinian protests, you are useful idiots. Do you have any idea how women are treated in these Muslim majority countries? You're literally treated as second-class citizens. Yet these dumb woke ideologues out there holding their Palestinian flags. Even worse is the gays out with their Gays for Gaza signage. If it wasn't so sad, you'd have to laugh. If you think these countries are so much greater than Canada's, then move over there. Move over there. I'm going to be launching the Canada First Party, a new political party, because we need to shift the Overton window in this country. If we don't do so, the Canada that we've known and loved, that our ancestors fought for, Vimy Ridge World War II, is going to be gone. If you continue to come out on our streets in support of the so-called Palestinian movement after a ceasefire has been reached, you are deported. We should be deporting these people. Get the hell out. If Canada is such an oppressor, if you think that life is so great in these Muslim extremist theocracies, then great. We'll pay for your plane ticket. Get the fuck out of here. We're sick of it. We're goddamn sick of it. And you woke ideologues as well. You people who think that, oh, Saudi Arabia and Palestine, they're so oppressed. Fantastic. You go live there. Leave oppressive Canada for those of us who are actually proud of this country, who have ancestors who fought and died for it. You can get the hell out with them. Let us know with your Gays for Gaza. Go wave your trans flag in Saudi Arabia, and let me know how that goes for you. I'm sure you're gonna have a great time. But we need to start deporting these people out of these rallies, because there's absolutely zero reason for these rallies to be going on anymore. There is a ceasefire. Hamas got essentially everything that they wanted. They've certainly won the PR war. They've won the PR war with these useful idiots on university campuses. And can you imagine any other group of people acting like these Arabs and these Muslims and these woke ideologues have acted over the past 2.5 years? Can you imagine Mexicans taking over university campuses? Can you imagine Koreans chanting death to an African country on the streets? Of course not. But for some reason, these precious Muslims, they get special treatment and get to go out and spread their violent crap on our streets. Anybody who has an understanding of history knows exactly what's happening. Any country that sees about 20-25% of their population Muslim, you see violence, you see shredding of your constitutional rights. Canadians say hell no to that bullshit. We're not going for it. So sick of it. Please like, share, subscribe, join, become a member, pick up some Fight for Canada gear. There's great Take Canada Back hats and a couple of great hoodies and a t-shirt. Really cool. Message me if you're looking for any more info. And if you're watching on TikTok, make sure you're following YouTube, youtube.com/@FightForCanada2025, because I'm at about 26k followers, and the Canadian government's not a big fan of distance, so make sure you're following on TikTok. It's time that Canadians fight back.